Trues, what's up? Thank you guys for watching. I'm back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about isolation. So isolation is the greatest thing that you could do for yourself. I believe that isolation makes you a better person, and it just evaluate yourself more when you're isolated. So I had a 7-month isolation, and it wasn't expected. It was just something that I had to go through, and it was amazing because at the end I became better, and I also analyzed myself better and my relationship with God. So isolation has you in the beginning just worried and thinking about, why am I here? It could be for financial reasons. It could be because you're just stuck in your family, or you're in school and you have to focus on an exam. It could be any type of isolation, but one thing about isolation, that it's a gift, I believe, and I feel like it's a gift because you can really focus on what you need to focus on, what you need to work on, thoughts that come to your mind, thoughts that God gives you that you wouldn't normally receive if you were busy. So a lot of people have this busy, hard work, grind till you die type, vibe going on. And I realized, like, a lot of people fail, a lot of people fall down, including myself in the past, when I just try to grind so hard and try to go to the next thing like I'm a hamster in a wheel, and not really sit down to really think if different plans of what I want to do and how I'm gonna do them. So it's just been interesting during my isolation period how God has revealing flaws of my character, things I need to work on. That of course, like, everyone knows things that they need to work on, but when you're isolated, you actually have the time to work on those things. We usually put things off really quickly. We don't really take our time to really evaluate and sit down and be like, where is the root of this problem? Why am I emotionally stressed when I'm supposed to be relying on God for everything? Why do I do this when I get angry? Why I haven't planned about this or thought about this way. So it has been really refreshing and transforming. Like, I found out that, God really needed to check me. I had issues with just coming and coping with my past, which is always a thing. And I realized that the things that I thought that I let go of, I didn't let go of. Things that happened like 2 or 3 years ago. And I found myself really looking at those things and being like, wow, this stuff still bothers me. Sometimes we distract ourselves with things, like people, relationships, friendships. It could be anything. And we find ourselves thinking that we've completely healed from something, and we haven't. And that's just something I really had to note of, like, girl, what is wrong with you? Like, it was really like, okay, you really had us fooled. You have me fooled, and I'm inside your body. So I don't know. So that has been just life changing for me. I picked up new habits, new hobbies, YouTube, for example, and it's just been going so great. And I'm so glad that I had this 7 month of isolation that God has ordained for me, and I'm so glad that it happened. So yeah. So the next steps right now are actually going out into the real world now. Okay, I was always in the real world, but just doing things like solely going back to social media. Because with the isolation, I cut off social media. It was gradually, but it was also slowly. Like, I haven't been on for a minute. Like, I just kind of came on back on the scene. But I realized that with this isolation period, that social media, like, I still don't want to go on it full force. Like, I realized the value of being good when you're not on social media, versus like putting so much content out and like not really feeling good inside, because it could be a distraction, just like relationships, for your friendships or school or whatever you have to do. So I realized the value of really checking up on myself before I do extra activities. That's just the icing on the cake. And I realized that it has to be the icing, it can't be the filling. Like, definitely not. You have to be fulfilled inside before you go out and do the things that you need to do. That being said, here are a couple of tips that I can give you on your isolation period. And okay, so tip number one, leave social media alone. Like, the faster you leave it alone, the faster you realize the things that you need to realize, because you're not distracted by other thoughts. You're just only listening to God's voice and what you need to do for yourself. That is major. And the quicker you know that, the quicker you can get out of your isolation period. Just a great tip for you. If you're not a social media person, I would say stay distant from family member opinions and friends' opinions. Don't always ask people what you need to do, what you should do, what you need to work on. Like, please, just keep that. I'm not gonna say keep it to yourself because it's good to vent sometimes, but you really need to hear what God is telling you. There's something that God wants to put inside you while you're in this isolation period, and He wants to do something miraculous once you get out of it, so you could realize that it was worth something. It wasn't just worth anything, it was worth something for you to be in this time period. It was worth something for you to be here so He could really bestow and put something inside of you, or reactivate something that was already put inside of you, for the glory of His will. So don't worry about that. Just do that. It will be quicker. Okay. The third tip I would say is embrace it. Really embrace it. Really, the quicker you embrace it, the better it is. I'm telling you. It's easier said than done, because my first couple of months I was like, bruh, I don't like this. I really don't. Like, I was really about to fight. Like, not really, but I was upset, whiny, like all the children do. But I was like, this is not bad. I have a blessing over here, a blessing over there, a blessing here and there. So you have to really take it with a grain of salt and know that this is life, and this is probably the best place that you could be, so you could really do some deep thought for yourself. You think you could do deep thought for yourself when you're around a lot of people and distracted, or you think you can multitask that, but the really true deep thoughts and deep like just self-help, it really comes for you being isolated. It really is. There's a famous quote, I'm probably gonna put it somewhere, but it really is. And it is really profound when you actually go through it. So please embrace it before you, it's kind of like a snake. Okay, I don't want to call it a snake, but like, you don't want to push and tug too much, because eventually it will wear you down and you have to give in and you have to accept it. Like, that's what it is. You can't control that narrative sometimes. Life just throws things at you, and you gotta, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Make it into lemonade and be creative, and you will appreciate it. That's the fourth tip. You will definitely appreciate it. Just start appreciating every little thing that comes your way, every little thing that's happening in your life, and you'll see the beauty of being in solitude. A lot of us, we've lost the essence of being in solitude and being in tune with yourself. Some people have it with since they're young. Some people grow up with a great family upbringing, and some people don't, but we all at the end of the day have a responsibility to ground ourselves and really be in tune with ourselves. So wherever it comes in life, you have to take that responsibility, because at the end of the day, as soon, like when you grow up, when you start getting older, the whole I grew up like this doesn't cut it anymore. It really doesn't. And people look at you like you're a full adult. It's time to pick up the slack. So you can't blame no one. You just have to work on yourself. We're not going to ignore things that has happened and dismiss them, but we also have to pick up the slack and know that there's going to be better days and that we have to improve ourselves. Period, point blank. So that's just another tip for that. The fifth tip I would say is to just be in your word and know that you can't do this on your own. You have to do this with God. You cannot, well, some people, it depends on what you believe in, but I would say the best way to do it is be with God, be in tune with God, read your word, pray to Him, cry to Him. There's been many times I was crying. I'm like, let me cry here and let me cry there, because I am tired. I'm tired of the losers. Like, literally. And I don't know who I'm calling losers, but the thing is like, I was just tired. And you get tired when you take all of the obstacles that come your way on your own. But if you lean on God, He will definitely deliver. Keep putting all your burdens on God's hands, on His shoulders. He will gladly take them. Like I said in the last video, keep on doing that. I'm telling you. And this situation goes for anything, whether you're post-grad, whether you're just having family issues, you're in school and you're just, you know, everything. This goes for anything that has to keep you in isolation. I'm like, but like basically, I would just say lean on God and don't try to pressure God to give you, to let you come out of it and all the stuff. That's on God's timing, okay? God will let you come out of your isolation period when it's time. You know, there's a season for everything, a season for everything under the sun. Solomon, King Solomon, he wrote those verses in the Bible. Please read it. Um that's the best book I read out of the Bible during this isolation period that really calmed my anxiety or nerves, like to the point where I didn't even have nerves or anxiety anymore. So I would really suggest y'all do that because that's the best book. And I think I'm gonna put that up here or but down below, but that's been the best thing. Another thing is just trust the process. I love you guys. I know y'all probably like, girl, you love me with your little 23 subscribers. But the thing is, I love everyone, you know. I'm a, you know, light person. Okay. I'm really weird. But it's okay. Like everybody's weird. But I truly believe that, you know, I'm a light. You know, we all are lights, and those who are wise shall shine like the brightness of the firmament. Feel me? Like the star, like righteous stars. Okay. I'm over here looking at the verse like, let me make sure that I read that right. So thank you guys for watching. This is a new background that I did because I realized that things need to be aesthetically pleasing for y'all to really come in and take my video serious. You know, take me serious. Let me actually, you know, take my makeup serious. Okay. Thank y'all for watching. So yeah, stay tuned for my next video. Thank you, Choose. There's always a poem at the end of each video. Check it out and, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel and look at that poem, please. Okay. It will really help, you know. Just saying. All right. Thank y'all. I live the night down, chicken wings ready. If you bring the night, so we can go.